Virgo 12 housers, I need you to know I see you, I feel you, I understand you. Many of you, if not all of you, have had to be adults in your childhood because you were raised by parents that were vastly emotionally incompetent people who did not make you feel loved and valued, people who did not make you feel like you were enough. So you were raised in a state of deficit, okay? So what that was supposed to trigger in you is this desire to heal yourself, okay? Unfortunately, for many of you, what resulted from that is this desire to attach yourself emotionally to people who need healing. And what would happen is that you would use these people to bypass, I'm going to say it, your own spiritual and emotional healing. What you were instead supposed to be doing was to use this kind of difficult childhood to understand that life is complicated. And you were supposed to use Virgo's, ability to solve complex problems through analysis to be able to see through people, places, and situations and make a determination about what was best for you and your own healing. You were supposed to use all of that pain to allow you to foster your deep critical analysis abilities, as well as use all that pain to deepen your connection with your spirituality, because your spirituality is deeply tied to your own healing. This is why many of you end up having either Pisces in 6th house or Aquarius in 6th house. It's because without doing your own healing work through understanding the spiritual lessons of that pain, you're going to keep living life on a superficial vibration. You're operating out of this low vibration Leo energy, with a lot of arrogance, a lot of superficiality about life, a lot of thinking that you're better than everyone else, and a lot of, kind of like positioning yourself as if you were superior to others. Meanwhile, your own internal life is messy, disorganized, unhealthy, toxic, and destructive. In the positive light, you're supposed to use all of these life experiences to perfectly balance the practical with the spiritual, the physical with the spiritual. So you're not only able to help yourself heal, but able to help others, gather gems from the pain that life has given them, because we all have life pains. In order to heal, this placement needs to let go of the Leo tendency to control and to possess and to want to look good, regardless of what's going on. These people are so good at faking, it's not even funny. Like, I understand faking it till you make it, but there's some things you cannot fake. And the thing about that fake energy is that it doesn't actually feed the soul. It looks good to other people, but it also keeps you from getting emotional, spiritual, energetic support from others when you need it. So oftentimes these people don't know how to keep friends. These people have a very small social circle. They're isolated from other people because the arrogance that they bring to relationships, many people cannot handle. The competition they bring to relationships, many people cannot handle. The judgment, the criticism they bring to relationships hinders their ability to connect with other people on a deep spiritual wavelength, which is exactly why they were sent here, to step into. Many of them have Aquarius as their north node. The key to satisfaction in this life is to let go, is to learn to let go of perfectionism, is to learn to let go of the need to control, to dominate, to establish yourself as superior to others, learn to accept your flaws and to give into God's hands, to trust God to see you through no matter what's going on. It's not about controlling every little detail of your life or others' lives. It's about relinquishing control to the universe. These people are here to establish a beautiful balance, if they can work on themselves, between what is it that I can control today. You know that prayer that a lot of people pray when they go to AA or NA programs? God, please give me the ability to control the things that I can control. And what is it? And the willingness or the ability to recognize, the things that I cannot control. It goes something like that. I'm not sure about the exact wording, but you get the idea. Some things in life we can control, like what kind of clothes do I want to wear today? There's some things in life that I cannot control. How people choose to relate to the generosity that I give them. How people choose to respond to the love that I give them. If you're giving them love and they're giving them poison, you can control how you respond to that. But what you cannot control is make them stop giving you poison. Do you get that? Using manipulative and dramatic skills to get them to do what you want them to do. Because what you were supposed to learn from coming from a dysfunctional family home is that adults cannot be controlled. Because God has a script for everybody and everybody does what they're supposed to do. The only person in this life that we can control is ourselves. I can control me. I can control how I respond to my life's challenges. I can control what kind of life I want to have. I can control the decisions that I make with my life. I can respond to the things that you do based on whether I like them or do not like them. But I have no powers to control you because I'm not God. Ultimately, me and you both respond to God, and that is where my powers stop. But a lot of times at this placement, their arrogance just won't let them see when it's time to disconnect from the brain and engage a higher power. So if you have Virgo in 12th house, I would encourage you to really meditate on this. Like, what can I control in my life? And what do I need to pray about, meditate about, and trust the universe to solve for me? The quicker you can recognize what's in your hand and what's in God's hands, and I'm using God's hands figuratively here, the quicker you can recognize where your powers stop and where the spirit world's powers start, the better off you'll be. And that's when you're actually going to be an inspiration to people, because you will build a community of people around you who understand you, who see you and who feel you, and who see the true survivor that you are, who see all the things you've had to overcome to continue to be this warm, generous, and loving human, which is ultimately what you want. And fear, unfortunately, is not going to get you there, okay? So it's time to mitigate some of that. What do you think? Leave your comment.